Babe, you're not even in it.
I'm as far as I can be. Yeah.
What's up, Rick? All right. All right, we see everyone jumping on. Gorg's hiding. Look at Colina's right in the video tonight. She's ready. She's like, I'm going to Vegas, bitches. I'm ready for this call.
Bitches, huh?
I'm being Colina. I assume that's what she would say, something like that.
Suckers.
I was right, huh, Gorgs?
Oh, yeah.
So welcome to the weekly call, guys. It is, what is today? The 9th? Second week of January already. January's half over. Is this crazy? Everyone's on track. Everyone's starting to move forward. I know we had a big lull with the holidays, and it's always hard to get people back into the buying phase after they're like done with shopping and done with buying stuff, and I have to recover and I'm out of money and blah, blah, blah. So just have some patience, be consistent, and everything will work out. I promise you it will start to move forward and everything will be good. Before we get into this call, I felt the need to address what happened today in the chat. I'm going to apologize to everyone that got their phone blown up today. We asked that it not be negative and not be horrible, and I feel like I may have kind of stirred that up a little bit by venting, which was probably not good, but my intention was to vent and be over and be done with it, not name names, not call people out, not start a fire. But we had someone that is still on the team. I have no ill will. I just can't work with her anymore. I feel like she's dragged so many people on this team down that we have to like cut the ties, and that's my call. You guys can do whatever you want, and I just feel like it's 2018. I told everyone we're going to be positive, we're moving forward, we're not doing this, and someone insisted on going there. She sent an email to Paul Gravette. Paul Gravette read the email, sent it to me, and said, you need to contact her right away. I was ridiculously embarrassed. I felt like it made me look really bad, even though it may not have. That's how I felt at that time. So I tried to talk to her about it. She flat out ignored me, answered me in the chat group. I don't understand that, to get everyone else involved. So I just wanted to let you all know what had happened. This wasn't just a quick 10-second thing and it like lost it. I think there was some calculating behind it. There was some attention behind it. And I really feel bad that I can't help her. We've given her advice, suggestions, and it's always an excuse on why it can't happen. So at this point, we're just going to move forward. You guys, I'm not telling anyone to block anyone. I'm not telling anyone to not talk to anyone. You're all adults. You can make your own decisions. But business-wise, moving forward, I'm good. So with that being said, everyone smiley. 2.0 is coming, right? How about show of hands? Who is ready for this stuff to launch already, right? I know they tried to push it back. I don't know if Jason's actually going to push it back until February or not. I don't know, but I feel like that's really increasing the hype on the product, and I'm praying that it is something so freaking amazing that your customers are going to lose their minds for it. And
he did a post and said he was just kidding. He's like, I was just kidding. No matter how many emojis I put on that post saying I was just kidding, everybody took me serious.
He did? When did he do that? Today?
Yesterday, the day before. It was almost right after he did that post.
I didn't even see it. I missed that whole one. All right, good. So we're ready. We're still good. Everyone's going forward. I'm excited for it. Congratulations to everyone that got their 100 free accounts. Amazing job. I will tell those of you that did not get it, don't feel bad. I am right there with you. I got to 70 and some change, and I ran out of people. So it is what it is. Everyone gave it their best effort, and that's what matters. But to everyone that hit 100, great job. Amazing. We've got some good speakers tonight. I know you guys are tired of listening to me every single week. So I'm going to give Kim the floor real quick. If you have anything to say.
I don't really have too much to say. Just about, making this year the best year you possibly can. And the only way that I know that we can do that is to be positive all the time and cut that drama out of our lives, right? So as soon as we rid ourselves of all of the drama, then we can definitely move on and have a happy and healthy 2018 and very successful one too. Oh, and those of you that are in the accountability group, I want to make sure that you guys are checking in daily with your partners. This is very important, because sometimes, somebody might have some things going on and they may forget to do things, and just want to make sure that you guys are reaching out to each other and staying on top of each other. I try and post in there as much as I possibly can, but I can't, make you guys do that. But the reason why we put you with these people is so you can be successful and motivate each other and, reach your goals. So just make sure that you're reaching out, please.
Push each other.
Yes.
Don't be mad at each other. Just push and you'll be fine. You can do it. I know you can. You guys are together for a reason. We feel like you're good balance for each other. Well, Crystal and Kim, I didn't do shit, anything. Sorry. But they put you guys together for a reason. So I have faith that they did good matchups. With that being said, I would like to bring Jamie Zisk online and let him take the floor. Jamie?
Hey guys, how are you? How's things? Is that like talk to the hand, Scott, or already? Or all I see was this. Oh no, already. So guys, I just want to bring a little excitement in the group. I did kind of shut down there for a little bit in December, had a few things going on in my mind. Kind of lost my train of thought, had things going on, things I had to adjust within myself. You get yourself lost, you get into the holidays, and the more you disconnect, it's like a train effect. It's a snowball effect. It just keeps going. And I found myself to the point where so far I almost stopped checking my phone. I almost stopped doing my morning post, and it's just so easy to stop. And I don't want you guys to stop. I have found myself, I got to the point where I was just so tired of missing out. I always felt like I was missing out, right? I was always solid on, being true to myself, doing the healthy things, always doing my family stuff, which I always do, always number one priority, and, doing my work and whatnot. But the only way I'm going to go forward, step forward, and make the changes that I want to see is literally taking the step and just making the growth by stepping out of the box. And, probably right after Christmas, probably about 2 weeks after Disney, had just a solid 85-degree everyday taste of, just nice weather. And, we talked about it and said, obviously, jealous of you Floridians down there. Yeah. We came back and we got delayed and snowstorms and our flights got canceled and we had to shovel as soon as we got home. And I was like, come on, So anyway, short story, the only way I'm going to find a change that I want is by literally locking down, finding all the different things that I need to do to get it. Even goofy little things. Like I got my pad right here, super thing. It's simple, but it's a small little thing. This is my C31st. I wrote them all down and then I go see what they're doing and see what's popping up. Just by adjusting your C1st and see what you're doing, a whole new Facebook came up, right? Obviously, it's not a new filter. They put in a rule to that filter where you have to be, literally social. If it has anything to do to bait people or get people to do things, it's literally got to be interactive. It totally shut. I don't know if you guys have seen your Facebook disappear, but you can post 20 things, whether it be one day or over time of days, you literally just disappear. So you literally got to find new ways to reach people, literally interact. I'm commenting or liking people's posts at least twice a day on my See First. And those are the people, I don't want to call it targeting, but guys, that's what we're doing, right? We're trying to find new people to connect with. And that is just really one thing of many things that I'm trying to do. And I found in the 18 months that Crystal, Scott, Kim have just been telling me, and it just didn't come out until one day I'm like, oh, I really have to get better at this, was the time management. It's just absolutely floors me by writing down, just the couple of things I want to get done during the day. And at the end of the day, being able to check those off. I come home, I literally set a time limit in my head. Okay, I got like 20 minutes on the TV while I'm eating, while I'm checking my phone. And if I'm not doing 4 things at once, I have to do 5. And you literally just got to find a way to fit those times in. And I'm doing my breaks, my lunch. You just got to literally lock in and find all the little different things that you can change. If it's not working, if you find yourself in like a 5 or a 7 day and nothing happened, change it. Change one thing so you know that that's working. And just literally finding the things that work for you. And, obviously sticking with the team things and literally find a way to stay motivated. Kim, you sent me a motivational, Crystal's always pretty good with those in the teams. And driving, guys. Driving is my most wasted time for me. I don't know what it is for you guys, but if you're getting in the car, the phone should be on something. Before that car hits park, it's a motivational, a time schedule call, something that you can hear. That's wasted time by just beep, beep, beep. I used and wasted too much radio time. So, just motivational stuff, guys, that, I'm finding for myself that are working. What happened, I couldn't tell you. The bulb came. I was just tired of being unorganized. That whole time I was not tired. I was feeling healthy. Things are great. I was tired of not feeling successful. And I'm starting to feel successful just by monitoring what I'm doing. And it's a simple step. It's step 1 and the rest will kind of follow. So, feel free to jump in. I got so much more. I can run this for a while and just babble away, but I don't want to do that, right? I just want to keep my excitement going and my enthusiasm spread to the team because I know it'll help. I know when our team was together before, not that we're separated. I know kind of during the holidays, I think we all just got a little busy with, fan time and shopping and things to do, which is fantastic. Priorities first. But no excuses now. It's time. Game on. We got a new game coming, and we got to learn the rules to the game so we can get to the finish line. Right. That's what I got going.
Jimmy, just real quick, I think you make perfect sense, and I feel like that's an area where all of us struggle at some point, myself included. In order for me to move forward, I had to do my time management and get organized, which I still haven't completely done, but I work on it, and my calendar is good. And that's what's helping me get through this. Incidentally, while you were talking, I know we have an event on Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday.
Yes.
We're going to need to reschedule because I just got a email from Lavelle about our 2.0 call Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. So I feel like we're going to need to dial in and record that bastard because it's going to be so full of information. Like everyone's going to be like doing notes and not paying attention. So I feel like if we record it, maybe we can do another Zoom and listen, or another dialing call where we can all listen and pause it as we're going through. And so we all have good information. What do you guys think about that?
I like it.
I mean, obviously we want to be on, from the get-go and hear it firsthand, but we can just listen and not worry about taking notes at that time. And then we'll have it so we can go back and listen again and take notes. I'll even make it I can even make it downloadable for everyone if you guys want. That way you can at least have a copy on your computer and throw it on your phone. Like Jamie says, you're going on a drive somewhere, just put it up on your phone and listen to it. Easy.
Yeah, no problem scheduling. I'd rather be well prepared for, what's coming up than to go, hey, we're going to babble for a little while.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that it's any less important, but obviously priorities,
Cool. All right. Thank you very much. So just so everyone knows, I'm going to be posting that in the team chat very shortly after this call. So stay tuned for that. Check your email. It should be there. Coming up next, Crystal Sorois, my new neighbor, who I have not even seen yet because she hasn't left her house except to go to Home Depot.
The only people that have seen me are the people that work at Home Depot. Oh, hold on, I lost.
Yeah, you don't look like Max Headroom.
Okay. Yeah, so the only people that have seen me are the people that work at Home Depot and my downstairs neighbor that came up on Sunday morning at 8:15. It was like, can you please stop? Because I need to sleep. And I didn't even realize anyone lived below me at this point. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. I swear I'm not that girl. But yes, I can't wait to hang out and dinner and just hug you guys. I can't believe we're so close. I'm excited. But so like Jamie and all of us, we all have plenty of reasons to say that the last couple of months have slowed down for us. The holidays, I moved my entire life for 1,400 miles. I'm renovating my home while I live in it. We all have these same excuses. None is better than the other. They're reasons that we create for ourselves to slow our businesses down. So make sure that you realize that and you keep that in check and you say, you know what? I can use this as an excuse, or I can set it aside and I can make my business a priority and I can find the time. I can tell you right now, I don't sleep because my brain never stops. I'm always thinking about all of the things I need to accomplish in the next day or a couple of days, because not only am I working my business full time for the first time, and that's pretty exciting, and I want to make sure I don't drop the ball, but I'm renovating a home. I'm living in a new town. I'm trying to make friends and get out into the neighborhood and network with people. So I constantly think, and I use that extra time that I'm not sleeping from like 5:30 in the morning to like 6:30 in the morning to try to slow my brain down with my positivity. I send it out to my direct team and a lot of you because I like to share it. Kim and I always share those things with each other. We love to start our day with positivity. And then our personal development. You can literally change the way you run your business and the way you view your business with a book, with a podcast. Something so simple can just click for you. So don't underestimate those 15 to 30 minutes a day. I recommend more than 30, but we all know we all have time schedule, but don't underestimate what that time can do for your business. You can literally learn something that just works for you and it can make you like take off. So I would like to share something with all of you that has really, really resonated with me. And it's a podcast on iHeartRadio. It's called Life Amplified. I think I've shared it with a few of you before. The guy's name is Dan Mason. He's very new at this, but like immediately very, very good at what he does. He's got like 9 or 10 podcasts out there. So the one I listened to today was his first podcast of 2018. And it was very reflective because he started this business about a year ago, kind of like where I'm at right now. So to watch him talk about how much he grew and talk about what it was that got him there was really, really great for me. So what he talked about was goal setting. We all come into January with our resolutions and we want to lose weight, make more money, leave this awful job we hate, whatever it is. You have some goal that you have set for yourself. And he talked about a great way to make these goals more attainable. Instead of starting off January 1st and saying, by this time next year, I'm going to be X, Y, and Z, he really broke it down into a much better way. So what he did say was to give yourself 5 to 6 major goals for the entire year. And make sure they're not all career-based. So they're not all Thrive-based. Th're not all about your Thrive. They might be personal goals, family goals, something else, financial goals that might have something to do with your Thrive business, but make sure that you're well-rounded and you're not putting all of your focus towards this, because you're going to let other things fall by the wayside, and then you're going to find this imbalance in your life. So make sure that you have all of these goals. The first thing he says, and we have heard this from Think and Grow Rich right on up, be specific. Don't just say, I'm going to be a 200K, right? Because Scott's been doing this for 3 years, and I guarantee you he's been saying, I'm going to be 200K since day one, or maybe, shortly after day one. But when did it really start happening? When you got specific. By the end of this month, I'm going to hit this number. I'm going to have this many PPA, this many new promoters. I'm going to have this many auto bonus earners. When you're specific about your goal, it's easier for you to break it down in a smaller group. Make it measurable, right? So I'm going to be, a 12K by XYZ date, and then break it down. How many 4Ks do you need to get there? Make that measurable, not just, like I said, I'm 200K. Make sure that you're being realistic about the goal, but not comfortable. So if you say, I'm going to be 4K by this time next year, I think that's pretty comfortable. We've all seen a lot of people move a lot faster than that. You know what you can put in for a time, but push yourself a little bit. So think of that comfortable goal and then add 25%. And push yourself. Make sure that it's action oriented is another thing that he said. So instead of just saying, I want to be an auto bonus earner, you want to earn your auto bonus. It's an action. So all of your goals should be action oriented. Make sure there's a timestamp on it. So a deadline, when are you going to have this goal reached? And make sure that it inspires you. So you want to be, 40K and 80K, but why? What is that going to do to make you happy? It's not the dollar in your bank account. I can promise you that, because we've all met bajillionaires that are miserable. If you haven't, get out in the world, because there's a lot of them. Money does not buy happiness. What you do to earn your time freedom is what's going to make you happy. So make sure that you're inspired by your goals, because it's going to make you want to get out of bed every morning and run toward them. I can tell you this is very recent for me in my business, my last 6 months. Every second that I'm not doing something, I'm like, oh my God, what can I do? Like I'm so passionate, because I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. And I want so badly to be able to wrangle it in and get that organization and that time organization and really, really do it. But life happens, right? So the passion of wanting to do it so badly, plus all of the tools that are available to you, make it possible. And the last thing he recommended with your realistic New Year's goals is make it exclusive. So you don't want to run out at the family reunion and tell everyone how you're going to be a millionaire, because every single one of them, or most of them, unfortunately, are going to laugh at you. And they're going to go, oh my God, get a real job. Oh my God, stop it with that pyramid thing. And they're going to bring you down, and they're going to mock you, and they're going to make you feel bad about yourself. So get yourself an accountability partner. Surround yourself with people that do what you want to do with their business and that are doing it successfully, and people that want the same things. They'll lift you up. They'll help you reach your goals. And obviously your uplines, we're here for you. So if these are things that you want to accomplish this year, you want to make a roadmap to get where you want to be, please reach out to us. We're so excited to help you guys. So Life Amplified, Dan Mason on iHeartRadio. I absolutely adore him. He's great. I really highly recommend it.
Crystal, I absolutely love that. A couple of things when you were talking about the obtainable goals. I was one of those guys. Hey, I told Scott all the time, this is, it's kind of a hobby. I'll kind of go 4K in about a year, and setting those reachable, obtainable goals, putting a small list down is fantastic, and I want to run with that. It's kind of on the negative side, which it doesn't make sense, right? But one thing I wanted to get out in the group, which will totally help people at the same time, everything you just said is finding something that's reachable. I was, maybe not the king, but I'm telling you, the things that derailed me, and I found more excuses than probably anybody as to why I didn't need to work it. You know, nobody's answering me. I didn't know this. You know, I have laundry to do. Of course I have laundry to do, but you know, listening to videos inspiring doesn't mean I get back to it. I have laundry to do. I go, you know, watch a show because I haven't caught up on Netflix for, you know, 17 shows. All those little things. I don't Netflix binge watch, honest. My kids do, popped up. So, but just all those little things when I did that video about derailment, and Scott, I talked to you. You can be the longest train on the planet, and you know, a penny be on the track and knock you off. And what I found were those little things. Dan, how are you? Woo! I found all those little things that would always derail me. Now, and it wasn't priorities. Obviously, the laundry has to be done, stuff like that. But to my point of the here is the things that would derail me were I missed that goal. I didn't do it. I didn't work hard enough. Or, you know, I should have done that yesterday and I didn't do it today. I found all the little steps that I always look backwards. Guys, literally find a way to empty your head today. Because tonight, right now, tomorrow morning, you can start this business as if you've never heard about it. Find this in your head to go listen to a product call. Learn the craft. Learn about Thrive. Start from the beginning. Start over. Find out what, you know, VIP things you need to do. Literally start and keep your mind open as if you've never heard it before, because then you'll find that you didn't miss anything. You started from the basics. You got a lot of it coming. You had a lot of questions before, but if you start from the basics now, knowing what you know, you've learned twice as much because it makes sense now. And those are the things that derailed me, are finding things that I don't know that, I'll get to it. And I never got to it. So, you know, all those things that you just said are huge. If you find yourself not knowing what you're doing, or just find yourself derailing, those are a lot of things, because you turn around and go, yeah, I missed that. And it's a negative thought. Once that starts, it's hard to get out. It's hard to get out. You got to find a way to move forward. And that's what I'm doing. Anything, just energetic, inspiration, none of the derailment stuff that I used to do. And be like, oh, I didn't get my 100 free accounts. Well, guess what? Tomorrow I'm going to do it. Did I say to myself first, it doesn't matter now because the date was yesterday? Absolutely. Guess what 100 free accounts are going to do for you? It's just absolutely going to drag you forward. So keep going. That was my point. So awesome, Crystal. I love that I took all those notes.
Good job, guys. Jamie, with that being said, a couple of things real quick. First of all, Crystal, amazing, obviously, as always. You are 100% right. I didn't say 200K in the beginning because I did not believe it was even remotely possible. But when I believed it was possible, you're right. I said I'm 200K, but I didn't know how to get there. Until it became real, I need 440Ks, 280Ks on this team in order for me to be 200K. I knew at that moment, now's the time to bring everyone up. You don't think that way in the beginning. It's so hard, you guys. I think it's getting easier now because there's so many out there. But 3 years ago, I didn't hear any of this discussion like we're having today. It just wasn't there. It wasn't always helping others helps you. That wasn't it. It was, what are you gonna do for you, and what are you gonna be? That's how it used to be. But we realized as an organization across this whole company that when you help your friends get where they want to be, all it keeps doing is pushing you higher. So focus on your friends, help them get where they want to be. If you want to be 12K, you get some people on your team to 4K. Get them to 12K. Who cares? Listen, the best thing that could ever happen to me right now is one of you on this team, including you, passing me by. I don't give a shit about red leg. I hear it all the time. People complain, oh, I have a strong leg. I have a red leg. that is the best thing that can ever happen to you, because you then work your other side of the business. And when that comes through, guess what happens? Boom, you skyrocket over everything. You just work harder, and it forces you to do the do to get the get.
Sheila.
Yeah, Sheila says that all the time. And I'll tell you, it sounded ridiculous to me in the beginning, but it makes perfect sense. If you want to get something, you have to do something. You can't just sit there like Jamie says and go, well, I didn't do that. It ended yesterday. Doesn't matter now. Bullshit. This is helping you in business. It matters every single day. Just like he said, he's going to do it tomorrow anyway. Why? Because it's helping his business. And that, I think that attitude right there is so perfect. That's the old Jamie back again, you know, speaking where I can't shut him up, and he's got a great attitude. And I just love that. This is the team that we've always had, and I love it. I'm glad everyone is melding together and vibing and learning from each other. And with that being said, James, one thing that you said is, I didn't know that. I didn't understand that. I hear a lot of times, and please, no one take this personally. This is not to single anyone out, because I know I've heard it from, several people, and I'm not picking on anyone. It's just in general. There are team calls, the corporate calls, Monday, Tuesday, and then the Lavelle Live on Thursday is an experience call. I love the experience calls, not as much as the Monday, Tuesday training calls. I know some of you get up early. I know some of you go to work early. I know you need to focus. I know you have kids. I know you have life. Believe me, I understand that more than anyone. But if you want to be successful in this business, you have to figure out what's important to you and what's important to give up so your family can be better in the future. And that is a hard one for me to wrap my head around sometimes, is I can't do this because I need to work so my family can benefit in the long run. But I will tell you this, if it's too late for you and you're going to bed for no other reason than you're tired, that's a fail. Listen to that call. Lay in your bed, put your damn headphones on, and just listen to the call. If you fall asleep, you're still soaking it in. Believe me on this. Those live calls, I'm sorry, I believe it 100%.
No, I'm laughing because of the Earl Nightingale one that we listened to that literally put us to sleep.
Elise made me listen to Think and Grow Rich by us. Made us listen to Think and Grow Rich, the voice recording from Earl Nightingale. And if any of you have heard that, that man has the deepest monotone voice I have ever heard in my life. And it sounds like the fucking Grinch Stole Christmas talking to me the entire time. And I just crashed out 10 minutes into it.
We fell asleep.
I literally could not listen to that thing. But I told her that. I'm like, Elise, this is killing me. I'm just going to read it. She's like, no, keep listening. And I'm like, I slept through it. She said, your body's still listening and absorbing it. And she asked me questions, and I knew the answers, and I don't remember hearing that recording. So I'm telling you, I don't know how that works. It's a little freaky to me right now, but it does work. So if you listen and you take a nap or whatever because it's boring you to tears, you're still soaking it in. These Lavelle Live calls on Monday and Tuesday nights are training calls from hugely successful leaders. Tonight's call is super late. It's 9 o'clock Central. It's 10 o'clock East Coast time. It's 30 minutes. Look at Vivako, huh? 30 minutes, Heidi. Put Rocco to bed. Right. But anyway.
By 10 o'clock, I've been in bed for 2 hours. So.
Oh my goodness. What are you?
No, I do want to. No. Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, I get up at 3:30 in the morning. Okay, but no, I do. That is one of my things. Is I just put it on the list. Is to pick one of those nights and stay up. I mean, I do have to do work for school. So yeah, no.
Not every week. Just listen.
But I hear you.
See how they do it. Listen to how they. Here's what happens on those Lavelle Live calls. For those of you that haven't heard them, you hear from leaders across the entire country, Midwest, West Coast, wherever. I will promise you, they will say things and you'll go, holy shit, I never even thought of doing it that way. I hear it all the time. And this is where you guys all think I'm like some brilliant guy and I'm just stealing shit from other people. like, because they do it different than we do. And it's okay, because sometimes you need that different approach and you don't know what to do, because everyone in New England or everyone in Florida does things the same way. You need a new approach at your people. They're not paying attention to you for some reason. You got to hit them sideways. That's when learning from a leader in a different part of the country comes in handy, because there's just the way they say things and the way that they'll approach a problem is different. And your people may take something from that and pay attention where they weren't before. So I strongly urge you to do those Live Out Lives. They're so important and they work out so great. And those of you that are all doing friends and family calls, great job. You know, you may get 3 people on a call, you may get 1, but that one person's listening. So you're not going to waste. Trust me on that. When we started doing locals, you know, my first local had 12 people, big deal. I know Nikki Seavey did a local with 2 people, her first local, 2 people, but she did it anyway. They talked about Thrive. You know, Jamie's done a few that have been a bust. Hell, we had one that we thought was an absolute bust that ended up being one of our best ones in Gardner. So, you know, you never know who's going to that, who's going to listen, who's going to pay attention, who's going to move forward. So be consistent, plug in, be positive. Please, for all that is holy, please be positive, because I get dragged out so easy. And this one gets so mad at me that I'm that penny on my track is every 100 feet. I'm telling you, it's so easy for me to get like, hey, I'm going over here. See you guys later. You know,
My first thing in the morning, earbuds in, on my phone, motivational video, while I'm getting my posts ready on my iPad for Instagram,
drives me
Facebook.
nuts, but she
And
does
he's
it
like-
every
he's like-
single day.
He goes, hey, and I'm like, I'm busy.
She will not be disturbed when her motivational thing is
I'm
on.
like, do not talk to me. I listen to that same video every single day since the day you shared it, Crystal. Every day, I've not missed one. And whether I'm listening to
Super successful people do the same freaking thing every single day.
I freak out every single day, so
Oh, good for you.
that's what I'm-
he's successful at freaking out every day.
All right, that's all I got tonight, guys. If anyone else would like to add anything, please share. I'm good. Anyone good? I see Rick with the beard.
You know-
Got the beard going.
You know what I want to talk
Kendra's
about?
sleeping, but she's listening.
Poor Kendra has strep.
I know, poor Kay.
Jamie, how you were talking about trying to get things out of your head when you're having a bad day. I'm telling you, and Elise said this, and it really, really, really helps. Journal. As soon as you're upset about something, just write that shit down. Write it down, get it out, and let it go. And I'm telling you, because there was one night, I just bought the dog bed number 4, put it in her house because I felt bad. And I hear this dig. Well, she had half the stuffing out in her kennel. And I went downstairs and I calmly pulled the bed out of her kennel. And then I went upstairs and I was like so mad, and I journaled about it, and then I went right to sleep. And I'm telling you, if I didn't do that, I would not have been able to sleep that night, because normally I would have just sat there and let that bother me. But because I got it out, I was fine.
She calls it a brain dump. Every
It
night before you go
really-
to bed, just do a brain dump, and it'll help your brain shut down. Crystal, everything you need to do the next day, brain dump
Brain dump.
for the next day, and it'll help.
I'll
you
have- I'll have to try that. Brain dump, if you will. I got to write some stuff down.
Yeah, look at your head; it's all swollen right now.
It's gone.
And you know,
Um,
and you don't even have to write about things that are bothering you. You can write about things that make you happy too, you know, things that you're grateful for, or things that you're looking forward to, because that just puts you in a better mood when you write about those things and think about them.
I'll have to write down the better things, because if I wrote down everything that was going on at work, I'd run out of ink. So I'm all set. But those are the things, you gotta keep your why moving forward. So, and that's it. I found a way to get rid of work, which is to move forward. And that's what's been holding me back. So that's my why. Here I go.
Can I share something?
You may.
Absolutely.
So kind of a long story, but I used to work at a school for kids, autistic kids that can't be mainstreamed because their behaviors are so extreme. And I thought I was a pretty positive person before I started working there. But when you work with these kids, a lot of them have oppositional defiant and other kind of disorders that you have to remain positive at all times. Even when you're telling them no, you can't say no. You have to be positive. So it really kind of forces you to really look at how you structure your sentences and how you think about everything. And so I kind of have taken that into my life itself and tried to, I don't know, just talk to everybody that way and talk to myself that way. So I don't know if it's really hard to do. And sometimes you have to have somebody point out that you've made a negative statement when you think it's a positive statement. So if you can ask your family, Jamie, to say, can you say no and still be positive about it without saying no? So, somebody asks you to go somewhere. Thank you. I would love to do that. But so if I say, but I got to go here, that's really a negative statement. So saying things like, I would love to do that. I'm not available at this time, but I can go here at this time. So I find that in all of my life and trying to talk with people, that I just try and move things around and keep it positive. And I feel that it makes the rest of my life positive. And I feel like when people, I feel like I have less negative people in my life because I try and talk that way to myself and everybody else. So I don't know if that helps anybody.
Well, sure. I mean, if you're bringing a positive to a positive, and people are attracting to that positive. So, and that, positive attracts. So of course, if you're not talking negative, it's definitely going to help. So that's a good point. Thank you.
So everyone in this group can speak to me like that from now on, because I'm like one of those kids. I swear I get off track so easy, and it's
No.
Thanks.
Just kidding.
Great. No, that makes perfect sense, and
Really,
it's appreciated.
It really does.
Good deal. All right, guys. Make it a great night. We will see you very soon. Thank you all for Zooming in. I saw Esther was on. Beth is here. Something was going on, I believe, but she's on. So I saw you guys. Thank you very much.
Oh, and we'll set something up definitely for the launch of 2.0 after we'll
Yes.
do the recording, and we'll figure it out. I'd love to talk about it before next week.
I think we should do something for the weekend, man.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll do a Vanquish relaunch call. How's that?
Nice.
Good.
That'd be good.
I will set that up for sure. All right, guys.
Kim, I just sent you a quick link so the dog doesn't eat her bed.
Yeah, she doesn't have one anymore. She sleeps on Maddie's bed.
Oh, all right, because I sent you primo beds. They can't eat them.
Really? Because
It's right there.
all right, perfect.
Thanks,
All right.
Gary.
All right. See
Bye,
ya.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.